What's going on, everybody? My name is Tango with Ango, youtube.com/AngoYT, and today I'm bringing you guys some very major news here on Tony Pizza Guy's YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody, for the incredible feedback on the first video. I really sincerely appreciate it. But enough about me and my channel. You guys could go check that out. Almost at 2,000 subscribers. Go ahead and check that out. youtube.com/AngoYT. And let's get right into the news. Jinder Mahal, the push that nobody was expecting. That's right, guys. It's happening, and it's happening right now on WWE SmackDown Live. Jinder Mahal won on the most recent episode a six-pack challenge to become the #1 contender for the WWE Championship belt. I know, it's really crazy that we're getting this. Now, the way that Jinder Mahal won was by interference of the Cruiserweight Tag Team Bollywood Boys. So we've seen them on the CWC, the Cruiserweight Classic. We've seen both of these guys on 205 Live, and we see them on NXT. But we did not expect them to come out onto SmackDown Live to help Jinder Mahal win. And that's exactly what happened, guys. It's actually really crazy that this happened because everybody has been talking about Jinder Mahal, you know, and the way that he's been reckless against other superstars and causing injuries, most notably to Finn Balor. But guys, this guy is not only a jobber. That's another reason why they're talking about it. But this guy has a lot of people questioning whether or not he's on steroids. And whatever the case may be, guys, I personally don't think that is the case. But nonetheless, I think we should talk about this major push that Jinder Mahal is getting. So yes, he did win in the six-pack challenge thanks to the assistance from the Bollywood Boys. Now, me personally, I do think this was a very unique way to set it up because this is a heel that everybody loves to hate. Everybody loves to hate on Jinder Mahal, and I think this is a great opportunity for WWE to capitalize on some very big marketing. Now, you guys are probably thinking, Ango, that is really stupid of you to say. And yes, although that's a really good opinion that I probably wouldn't disagree with you in regards to that, I do have to say we have to look at it from the business standpoint. Jinder Mahal has a huge opportunity to help WWE capitalize in the Indian market. And of course, WWE being a global giant when it comes to professional wrestling, Jinder Mahal is the perfect bad guy to play in this role. First of all, naturally, people just don't like him. That's the big reason. And two, people do not want to like Randy Orton currently as a babyface, but because we have Jinder Mahal as the #1 contender, it's actually going to gain a lot of cheers for Randy Orton, and in a big way too, because Randy desperately needs it at this point. Ever since the Royal Rumble, people have been they really haven't been too confident in Randy. And obviously, you know, there was a lot of confusion with the House of Horrors match at WWE Payback. And one has to really think that Randy Orton would have potentially lost the title. However, in most recent news, WWE has stripped the stipulation of it being for the title. So now that Jinder Mahal will face Randy Orton at Backlash, it is 100% confirmed. But we have to kind of understand why. So I mentioned marketing, right? We talked a little bit about WWE captivating and maximizing in the Indian market. But do people understand that this is exactly what we were looking for in the WWE shakeup? And I don't think people truly understand that because, well, it's not Sami Zayn, it's not Cesaro, but it's Jinder Mahal. And I get it. I get why people could be frustrated. But matter of fact, right now, Jinder Mahal is a guy that's changed his look. He's become very aggressive. We saw him do some pretty cool things with Rusev. Obviously, him and Rusev split. And it was starting to show that WWE was putting a little bit of a focus on him. People want new stars in the WWE. And I think right now a lot of people are they have two feelings, right? So it's either, hey, you know, let's go for the indie guys, the indie wrestlers that we typically love. You know, the Cesaro, the Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. You know, these are the type of guys that we want to see as champions, you know, Sami Zayn, whatever the case may be. And then you have the fans that don't want that. They don't want, you know, they don't want those indie guys. They want Roman Reigns to be successful and things like that. Jinder Mahal is a good wrestler. And regardless of what you think about the character, WWE has the opportunity right now to elevate a new heel that nobody was expecting. And I think that's why WWE is doing this push. At the end of the day, it's one thing to capitalize in the market for WWE, going global. But it's another thing for WWE to really capitalize on the fact that they did a superstar shakeup, and all they really did was move some of the, best mid-carders around. And obviously, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal was a match type that nobody was expecting in the longest time. Now, immediately, the one thing that comes to my head is the Bollywood Boys. What is their role in this scenario? And I'm very happy to tell you guys that WWE is looking at pushing the trio as a new faction and a new group here on SmackDown Live. And that's exciting because, well, to be quite honest with you guys, the Bollywood Boys are great wrestlers. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my background when it comes to the Bollywood Boys, because I don't really know too much about them except for the time when I saw that they signed with Global Force Wrestling. And it wasn't about the gimmick. I didn't think the gimmick was cool, but what I really loved was the intensity and charisma that these guys brought to the ring. It was definitely entertaining to see these guys come out, hit a couple super kicks and whatever the case may be. And people were calling them the Bollywood Young Bucks. And that's a whole different conversation, probably for a whole nother video. But at the end of the day, guys, they had a lot of charisma. They brought a lot of attention to Global Force Wrestling because of the way that they wrestle in the ring. Now, give it a couple months fast forward, WWE announces they're going to be in the Cruiserweight Classic. Obviously, both of them came up short, but WWE kept them around to tour on NXT, to attend the 205 Live show, and of course NXT. And now the Bollywood Boys are no longer referred to as the Bollywood Boys, which is interesting because I thought for sure WWE was going to push them as the Bollywood Boys, especially if they're trying to capitalize in that market. But right now, it looks like WWE is trying to push this trio as a very serious heel group. And I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's a great idea to push somebody that, nobody expected. And at this point, too, it's more than just marketing. It's more than just capitalizing a different market. But it also comes to really show that you guys all have opportunities. If you are in the locker room, you have the opportunity to do very big things. And it's really just up to you whether or not you're going to capitalize. Jinder Mahal was put in matches against Reigns, Finn Balor. I mean, we saw this guy go against some of the top guys in WWE, and he definitely held his own. And I think, it's important for WWE to really see that, you do have younger guys who want to succeed. Now, one of the things that me and Tony Pizza Guy were talking about that I thought was really, really interesting was whether or not Drew McIntyre would ever get called up from NXT to eventually, headline a pay-per-view against Jinder Mahal. And although I don't see that happening one bit, I do think it's a very, very interesting scenario because nobody has expected that. And that's the best part about wrestling, guys. A lot of things right now that are happening while they're not expected. So Jinder Mahal is the new #1 contender. And I can tell you guys that, when it comes to creating new stars, you have to do it in a way where you can't receive too much backlash. So right now, not a lot of people were actually on Twitter talking bad about Jinder Mahal. It obviously happened afterwards, but that's because nobody saw it coming. Now, some people were predicting that Mojo Rawley would have won the six-pack challenge. And that right there, because there was rumors of Mojo Rawley getting a big push, obviously he won the Andre the Giant Memorial. Obviously, Mojo was having a small little program with Jinder Mahal. I think a lot of people expected things to be different. Now, if Mojo were to win the six-pack challenge, it would 100% create a lot of controversy online. But because it's Jinder Mahal, who is a great heel, people are going to hate the character, but they're not going to hate on the guy because they know that he's a hardworking individual. They see that he's definitely made a lot of improvements. He's definitely shown to become a better superstar. And guys, that's not just on the way that he cuts promos or the way that he wrestles in the ring, but that also has a lot to do with the fact that he has changed his look and the fact that he is holding his own in the ring. And I think that's a very, very, very exciting thing to see happen, guys. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. WWE is now pushing Jinder Mahal as its top heel on SmackDown Live. He has elevated to the main event and is expected to feud with Randy Orton for the title. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. My name is Ango, youtube.com/AngoYT. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button here on Tony Pizza Guy's channel. Check out my channel. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys take care. Thank you.